Another product that I had to try, I'm so excited to talk to you about it, is the Beautycounter Matte Blush. So it's a mattifying blush. I love this. Like inside, all the packaging is so cute. It says, let's change beauty forever. Obsessed. Let's go through the packaging. So this is all upcycled plastic. So it once had a use and now it's being reused as Beautycounter powder holder, which is really cool. It's got this big old lid. Something that's really cool about this product. When you get it, there's going to be a sticker, like most powders, over the holes, but also it keeps it shut so your powder doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, girl. And then you just open it and use your powder. Okay, I'm going to show you all the ways and why you might want to use this powder. So when I first got this powder, I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be for me because I am a more dry skin type, right? And, you know, when I hear the word mattifying, I'm like, oh, I like to be glowy and dewy because, you know, it's like if you have straight hair, you want curly hair. If you got curly hair, you want straight hair. If you're tan, you want to be paler. If you're, I don't think any tan person wants to be paler. I don't think I've ever heard that. But if you're pale, you want to be tanner. You know, we all want something that we can't have. So when I you know, heard about the Beautycounter matte powder, I heard the word matte and I was like, I don't know if it's going to be good for me because I have drier skin. Like, let's see how this sits. So like, this is the ultimate test because I tend more to go towards dry girl, and I have more aging skin at 37. So I was like, this is the ultimate test to see how we do. So I'm just going to show you and prepare to be amazed. Okay. Do you see my amazing highlight that I put there? So let's pretend I'm like greasing out right now. I've opened my little valve. I'm getting all of my powder into the container through the little holes, taking this little brush, and I'm literally patting. Bye. Bye. This powder, if you are like a higher level makeup person, is perfect for baking also. Baking is when you use a powder to set your makeup and then you brush it away. Look at that. Okay, do we see that? I'm glowing over there. I am much mattified over on this side. But that's not all. I really wanted to see if this powder would, because I have a bunch of like cross hatching from styling, doing that under here. And I wanted to see if this powder would fill in those lines to make for like a more filtered look. And I was so freaking pleasantly surprised that it sat right on top, filled them in, and didn't make them drier or crustier. It's literally like this powder has some type, and I'm like packing it on there too, guys. It's literally, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, it literally looks like this powder has some type of like molecular, like water ability. Because I do not look dry, I don't look cakey, I don't look extra like old under there. I literally just look filtered. Filtered. Look at that. Look at that. Like, this powder is really a dream because it's clear, right? But it also like brightens a little bit. It mattifies if you're oily, or even if you like put on too much highlighter and you're like, crap, what do I do now? Powder, okay? It fills in your fine lines and wrinkles. I'm like, what does this powder not do? Like, let's look at it on the forehead. So say you're like a shiny girl up there and you don't want to be. I want to be, but you might not want to be. Okay? You're going to go here. Ready? Hi. Gone. I mean, gone. So here's what I'm thinking. I feel like anyone who has a face and lives in a humid climate over the summer should probably grab this powder. Because like, say you're going on a date, say you're going to a wedding, say you're going to a class reunion, say you're going to a barbecue, and you've spent all this time on doing your makeup and you're like, great. But then it's like 95 degrees out and it starts melting down your face. Even if you are drier and like you've highlighted or you spent time on your eyeshadow, you literally, all you have to do is like brush this over your lids Then apply your shadow and it will stick even better. Or you could apply your shadow and just go over top of your lids. You could just take a fluffy brush and go over your entire face with this. Keep this in your purse. Like if you plan to be out and about in the summer months, like New York is so freaking humid. Florida, East Coast, humid. If you live around here, you literally need this. Okay, girls, from a makeup artist, I'm gonna give you another little tip and trick. If you want, say, a little bit of heavier coverage from your Dew Skin Tinted Moisturizer, or maybe you want it to be a little less dewy, right? You're fine with the coverage, but you're like, I could, I'm trying to like dress this up for an occasion. See the matte on the side of my face? And you want it to be less dewy looking, right? You're gonna take some of your powder and you're gonna simply pop it onto your hand, take a blob of your Dew Skin, put your powder over top. Sorry if I wasn't clear on that. Okay. And you're gonna mix it around and get your powder incorporated into your Dew Skin, just like this. And you're just gonna apply it that way, okay? So it will work to mattify your Dew Skin Tinted Moisturizer or your foundation. It's gonna give you slightly more coverage. So if you're like, oh, I don't feel like busting out the foundation, or maybe you don't have the foundation, maybe you just have the tinted moisturizer and you want it to perform a little bit more, you want a little bit more coverage because you're going somewhere at night, take this, mix it with your powder, and you're going to get a fuller coverage. And it will be a little bit more matte, which again is going to create the illusion of fuller coverage, right? Because when it's sheer, right? It's shearing out, okay? But when you add in a little bit of powder, especially a mattifying powder, it's gonna bind that tinted moisturizer together, and it's just gonna give you a more flawless look. So you can do that with your tinted moisturizer, you can do that with your foundation. I'm sure you could actually even do it with this. It's going to give you a more flawless, a little bit more matte, a thicker, heavier coverage, which is funny with Beautycounter, there's no thick anything, So I think when we think about a powder, we're not maybe aware of all of the ways that we can use it. And there are so many different ways, whether you're oily, whether you're dry, going into summer, you definitely want to consider grabbing this. It is a skincare grade powder and it literally blurs your entire face. That's like, Beautycounter should like coin the slogan like, we blur, because everything just blurs. Like I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh wow, like you look good, girl. It just blurs. So whether you're oily, whether you're dry, whether you're young, whether you're old, grab a mattifying powder, especially going into the summer months here. I mean, I was sitting outside today, it was 85 and I was just, I was dewy, girls. I was dewy. Even if you just use this. Oh, my girl Mallory, I forgot about this. Hold on. So another cool way to use this powder is right in your hair. Right in your hair. So a clean, I used to do this with baby powder back in the day, and baby powder is not so great for us girls, but it did work as a dry shampoo. Most dry shampoos are not that good for us. Let's keep it real. So you can use this right in your roots. You can take a brush, you can dab it right on in. Yep. So if you're having a greasy hair day, again, put this shit in your purse. Put it in your purse. Put it right in your roots for dry shampoo. Period. Okay, I'm gonna cap it there. There are so many different ways that you can use this mattifying powder. It's amazing. I love it. Everyone should have it. You should get it. Okay, if I haven't convinced you, message me and we can talk more. But going into summer here, you're gonna want it. All right, talk to you soon.